how's it going? So I wanted to do this video with the GT-100 and my Splon Super Comp here in 4-cable method. I did one of these with the GT-10, but now since I'm using the GT-100, I've had a lot of requests to show my setup. So here it is. Let's take a look. Okay, so what is 4-cable method? Well, it's a way of using a digital modeler in conjunction with a nice amplifier that you're happy with. You like the distortion sound of the amplifier, and of course you need effects. Well, a lot of these digital modelers on the market right now have really good effects, and the amp simulations are pretty good too, but if you're happy with your amp's distortion sound, you don't want to use the digital modeler's amp simulation because it sounds pretty good, but it's not as good as a real amp. It's just not. You know, they've come really close, and I know they have the higher end ones, the Axe-FX2 and Kemper, and you know, those sound really convincing, but for me, I don't know, something about a tube amp, but I like effects. So 4-cable method is a way to use a digital modeler's effects in conjunction with your tube amp. Now there's some requirements. Your digital modeler has to have an effect send, and your amp has to have a serial effect send. Okay, and when you have it hooked up right, you can use the stomps in a digital modeler, like the distortion stomps and you know, compressors or whatever, before the amp, as traditional pedals would hit the front of the amp. And then the time-based effects like delays, reverbs, chorusing, things like that can be placed in the effects loop of the amp, and so they would be after the amp's preamp section. So let's see how to hook all these things up properly. Okay, here's my current pedal board using the Boss GT-100. I've also got a Digitech Vocalist 3, which I am a singer, and so I use this for some effects on my vocals, and I also use it for some harmonies. I'm gonna have to show you guys that one time. It works really well. Then I also have a Line 6 M5. I use that for some pitch shifting and not too much stuff, but just a couple of effects. And then I have the Boss FS6 pedals. I'm using that to program on-off effects in the GT-100. This is the Splon Overdrive 1 and Overdrive 2 box here that connects to the amp. So as you can see here, I'm using my GT-100 in manual mode, and you can also see my custom labels that I make, where each pedal is assigned. Now, the connections are as follows. Your guitar goes into the input of the GT-100. The left mono out of the GT-100 goes to the effects return of your amp. The effects send of the GT-100 goes to the front of the amp. And then the effects return of the GT-100 goes to the effects send of your amp. Now that's how I have it all hooked up. Now let me go through some of the tones. Say hi to Francis. Don't chew that. Okay, now real quick, I wanted to show you my effects chain on these particular patches, how I have them set up. I'll start at the beginning. These are my amp blocks. You can see that they're off. And the GT-100, I'm not using them. First I have my volume pedal, then the wah, then the comp, and then an OD pedal, just as you would normally on using regular pedals. Then after that I have a noise gate. Now here's this S send and return block. Now everything after this point goes into the effects loop of the amp. So I have, after that, I have a noise gate. I have effects 1, which is phaser. Then I have a chorus. Then I have an EQ, which I'm using for my lead boost. And then I have a delay. I forgot effects 2 is there also, that's flanger. Then EQ boost, delay, and the Excel pedal, which I have assigned to one of the pedals. Reverb. So that's my effects chain. So let me go through some of my tones. Notice how the volume pedal is increasing the delay. Flanger. Phaser. Chorus. If I want to go for overdrive, here I go. Lead boost.